So today we'll be looking at a blueprint for an AI governance framework. I put together here a strategic guide which lays the foundation for developing innovative ideas in artificial intelligence and their responsible real-world execution. The central theme here is to unlock the value in AI. In order to do that, we must first build a foundation of trust. Trust with customers, the regulators, and also within the organization. So this framework provides the necessary structure to ensure that AI ambitions don't outpace the ability to manage them both ethically and effectively. So why is an AI governance framework important? The governance framework functions as a strategic bridge connecting the ambition of innovation with the discipline of responsible execution. It sets the rules of the road and establishes policies and processes which ensure AI is used ethically, securely, and legally. This in turn helps to build trust and ensure compliance. And more than just providing a boundary of operation, these guardrails can actually accelerate innovation by giving confidence to pursue high-value transformative AI use cases without being held back by concerns over risks and potential failures. So let's consider the alternative, the costs of ungoverned AI. First, there's financial impact. So non-compliance with emerging regulations like in the EU, the EU AI Act can result in regulatory penalties. Second, the reputational damage can be catastrophic. We've all seen headlines about biased AI, hiring tools, or facial recognition systems that fail on certain demographics. And these incidents erode brand equity and certainly can invite costly lawsuits. And as well, there's the innovation paradox. We'll talk about that more in just a moment, but we're looking at a company's framework to manage risk as a means of actually helping them move forward. So this brings us to a deeper look at the innovation paradox. On one hand, an understandable fear of risks, financial, reputational, and ethical, can paralyze an organization. This fear also can lead to a very conservative approach, limiting AI adoption to simple, low-impact use cases like basic summarization or work process automation, which oftentimes can add some value to the organization, but not that much. So far, as we've seen with AI use cases. So the result is what we call the ROI paradox: high adoption rates, but very low business disruption or transformative value. So a strong governance framework, however, can act as the enabler, providing the necessary safety net and thought framework, which allows organizations to move beyond simple applications. So in this way, it gives businesses confidence to produce high value, potentially high risk projects because they understand the risks associated with the AI implementation. So what does this framework look like? It's built on 5 core pillars, which we'll explore here in detail. This is a holistic model. It's not just about the technology. It encompasses people, processes, and culture of the organization. So the pillars are, first, the ethical and responsible AI principles, which form the foundation. Second, there's the organizational structure and roles, which define authority. Third, a system for risk management and impact assessment. Fourth, a strategy for robust data governance. And finally, a process for continuous monitoring and enforcement. Together, these pillars help ensure that AI aligns with enterprise stated values and objectives. So looking at these in a little more detail here, looking at the foundational pillar, ethical and responsible AI principles. This is where we translate abstract values into concrete mandatory actions. It starts with fairness and bias mitigation, ensuring the systems don't perpetuate discrimination, which can be verified through continuous audits. There is transparency and explainability, or XAI as it is sometimes called. We must be able to understand and communicate why AI makes a particular decision. Then comes accountability. For every AI model must have a named owner responsible for its life cycle. Finally, privacy and security are paramount. We need to make sure that sensitive data is protected and that the right data is fueling the models and the systems are secure against attacks and that they align with regulations like the GDPR. These principles, of course, are non-negotiable for any organization and are critical to ensuring success of the AI implementation. Second pillar addresses the human element. So where we have organizational structures and roles, the governance requires designated authority and cross-functional collaboration to become an actionable function. So at the top, we need an AI governance committee. a cross-functional group with executive sponsorship that approves high-risk projects and sets enterprise-wide policy. On the ground, the AI product owner is responsible for a model's day-to-day performance and business value, and critically, the legal and compliance teams act as the regulatory compass, mapping use cases to laws, ensuring adherence, and advising on risk mitigation. Pillar 3 focuses on embedding risk controls throughout the AI lifecycle. It begins with risk classification, categorizing AI systems based on the potential harm they could cause, from low-risk internal tools to high-risk systems like medical diagnosis software. So before deployment, we mandate algorithms, impact assessments to identify these potential risks. To provide a structured, repeatable approach, then it is key to align with established frameworks like the US NIST AI Risk Management Framework, which guides core functions such as governance, mapping of the business processes, measures, and managing compliance, to ensure a comprehensive and definable risk management strategy is in place. This brings us to another truth in this whole scheme of things. AI models are fundamentally data-driven. Therefore, the fourth pillar is the robust data governance. A strong AI governance framework is, of course, dependent on an equally robust data governance strategy. So this involves two key components. First is data quality and lineage, including policies to ensure training data is accurate, complete, and representative. And we must also be able to trace its origin and any transformations it has undergone along the way. Second, access controls. Organizations need to implement strict role-based access controls for any sensitive data used in model training, and this helps to prevent unauthorized use and protects privacy and ensures regulatory compliance. The final pillar is continuous monitoring and enforcement. This underscores a vital point. Governance is not a one-time set it and forget it approval process. It is an ongoing dynamic function. So in that way, we must implement automated systems for model performance monitoring to track our models in production for issues like performance degradation or data drift. And we must also conduct regular independent audits, either internally or with a third party, to verify that systems adhere to all established policies and principles. Bringing these points together will help ensure continuous adoption to market needs and the inevitable tech-related changes that are going to take place, and that the AI system addresses those adequately. So to conclude, effective AI governance is not a barrier, but if done well, it is actually a competitive enabler. It's a journey from informal guidelines to a fully automated strategic advantage and enables accelerated adoption of potential high-value opportunities by minimizing the existential risks that can cause paralysis to an organization and to an AI system. Ultimately, the governance framework is the mandate from the C-suite that empowers technical teams to execute the AI strategy safely, responsibly, and at scale. So with that, wish you all the best in your AI journey and have a great day ahead.